My name is Rafael Dilone. I came from a very poor town in Dominican Republic, farmland to be exact. The means were never enough to support the family. My family was kind of big. I am one of 14 kids. They had to look for a better way, and a better way for them was to migrate. I grew up in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, 142 Ludlow Street, I remember. To me, it was like very harsh when I came to this country because people was separated by race, color, religion. I never knew that back home. Coming here and then going to school, that's when everything started happening, because being accepted as a foreigner, it's very difficult. So I have a lot of feelings for the people that are coming into this country now, because they're facing the same dilemma that I faced back then, and having to fight sometimes myself to get into my classes. That was very disconcerting. And there was my parents. They felt helpless because who were they going to call? How can they help me? My parents' highest level of education was like the 4th grade. So for them, it meant a lot for us to go to school and learn. Walking to school, you saw a lot of drug addicts, a lot of homeless people on the street, a lot of burnt out buildings. It was a culture shock, big shock to me, because I didn't know what it was. Growing up, I mean, thank God that situation in that area only lasted a year, because the building that I lived in burned down in '76. So then we moved to Washington Heights, which is actually where I grew up. I was a swinger. At 17, I thought I had it all. I lived in Washington Heights until 1991, when I moved to North Shore. So throughout that time, I attended high school and college, and became a police officer in 1986. And this is 1987. It's when I first started in Harlem. Picture me and the new rookies. To me, there is no greater feeling than to be able to help people out in their times in need. Because as a law enforcement, nobody calls you into their home just to say hello. You always come in to somebody's house at their worst time. This is a promotion to detective.
How were you feeling that day?
Great and young. You love to help the people that needed help, because in those situations, no matter how bad the community is, there are a lot of good people. A lot of good people, more than bad. It's just that the bad just, it's expressed so high that it looks like it's more than the good. And to me, that was the better part of my career, working in situations like that. Like I said, it's a good feeling when you help somebody that needs your help. You look at those people when they have to go to the hospital and you get them there on time and so forth, and everything else works out for them. Very, very tremendous feeling. After narcotics, I worked with federal agency with the FBI and DEA until I retired in 2016. My parents are very proud. They've always been very proud of what their kids have accomplished in this country. Time was going by so fast, and my son was growing too fast, and time was going by, and I was going to miss his high school and everything else. So I figure I give myself a chance to spend some time with my son and my wife, since I had been away from them for such a long time. I spent the last 5 years together with him, hanging out, taking him to school, driving him off, picking him up, teaching him how to drive, hanging out, going out with my wife for breakfast now. It's a great feeling. Like I said, I wouldn't change my life for anything. Law enforcement taught me a lot. The community taught me a lot. I learned a lot. I provided my service. I'm proud of serving the city of New York, to have served the city of New York.